The Panthers kicker Graham Gano set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City coming onto the field here for their first offensive possession and still undefeated 5-0. Last week, could it have been a possible AFC title game preview in their win over Jacksonville? Who knows? But the game featured the #1 scoring offense in KC against the #1 scoring defense in Jacksonville. Something had to give, and the Chiefs looked pretty good again.
I thought offense just sold tickets and defense won championships.
Not this week.
Not in this case, huh? And Patrick Mahomes didn't even throw a touchdown pass. Threw for 313 yards and ran for 1, but threw the 2 picks that you mentioned. But they are 5-0, Kansas City is, for the second straight year. Got to go back to 05 to 07 Indianapolis Colts to find the last team to start 5-0 for at least 2 years in a row.
A capper on Mahomes. That's a good sign that they won with no touchdown passes, and he also threw his first 2 INTs of the season.
Not to mention the Kansas City defense stepped it up.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Space to maneuver at the 40. He gets it complete to Harris, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Mahomes now on first down. And this is taken in at the 5. That one goes for 36 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's going to bomb his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Bringing him out is the 29-year-old quarterback who played his college ball at Auburn, Cam Newton.
2 years after leading the Panthers to the Super Bowl, he did get them back into the playoffs in 2017. Unfortunately, they fell in the first round. Just 206 yards passing per game, the lowest total of his career. But I think a lot of that was due to injuries in the offensive line and the lack of big-time weapons outside. The Panthers in the last 2 drafts, though, have tried to address that. Look for those numbers to climb up again for Cam Newton.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. And here now the offense for Carolina.
By now you know I love running backs, and C.J. Anderson caught my eye in a big way in 2017. His first 1,000-yard season on the ground, a little bit over 1,000 yards for 1,007, but over 1,200 yards from scrimmage, so you know you can catch it out of the backfield as well. An exciting runner, a powerful runner, and a guy who can be physical when necessary.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. That'll carry C.J. Anderson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Do some.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he slings one that's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And that's caught inside the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
I know they have good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Newton on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Nice footwork at the 25. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Newton now on second down. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On first down, Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Panthers coming out here taking the field. And Panthers, they're a team you saw last week against the Giants. You've got them the next 2 games as well on the television side of things. But against New York, Graham Gano was a hero with that 63-yard field goal.
He certainly was, and they didn't really help him out with their last drive. Made him kick it from farther than it should have been. But, boy, what a great shot he made. Now as you look ahead, the Panthers at 3-1, their schedule sets up okay for them. Not easy at all, but if they can traverse these next 2 games, at Washington, at Philadelphia, NFC East games, that'd be a big deal because we thought the NFC South was probably going to be a 3-team race. Atlanta's struggling big time to begin the season. Tampa looks like they're coming back to the pack. Right now it looks like New Orleans and Carolina, who can get out there and set the pace.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. He'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll toss it to Hunt. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down. Mahomes now on first down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. We've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Mahomes. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A first throw for Henney, the veteran backup. That's out to Hill, right side complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Panthers will get the football back. While we have a second on that incompletion, we got to talk about Linval Joseph.
Yes,
64-yard interception return for a touchdown, and then you saw him on the sideline with the glasses and the oxygen mask after.
Yeah, when you're talking about lugging not just a football, but probably about 350 pounds down the sideline and scoring. But how about the contrast? Marcus May, the defensive back for the New York Jets, he gets a pick in the end zone, brings it all the way back, believes the last play of the game. And Cortland Sutton, the rookie out of SMU for Denver, knocks him out of bounds before he can score. 104 yards and no touchdown. Linval Joseph at least got the touchdown to earn the oxygen and the shade.
Looking for the tight end Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A little break here after the incompletion. Let's give the kickers from Week 5 some love. We had 4 game-winning kicks. Greg Joseph of the Browns, they beat the Ravens. Stephen Hauschka, the Bills, over the Titans. Fairbairn and OT against the Cowboys. And the best of the best, the game that you did, Charles, Graham Gano. How about that 63-yarder for the win?
Yeah, and it might have been good up to 70. But let's go back to Fairbairn in overtime against the Cowboys. You didn't want to do his first name? You didn't want to say
Kaimi.
There you go. I kind of figured you knew it. But how about Mason Crosby, though, Green Bay? No one could have had a worse day. Had to have been the worst day of his 12-year career. Missed 4 field goals and an extra point before making a meaningless field goal at the end of the ball game. That's something Green Bay's going to have to make sure they get corrected. I count on Mason Crosby to get that done. But last but not least, real quick.
Yeah, that kid Greg Joseph. That was a Phil Necro knuckleball.
Should it have even counted?
Yeah, it should have counted. And the Browns, I feel like they deserve that after some of the tough luck they've had.
Good point.
To throw on second down is Newton. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Let's rock now. Look at it.
On second down, McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Panthers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made there by Nate Orchard. On second down, here's Newton. And he's got to him back at the 40. Allen Bailey able to drop him for a loss of 4. Third and long, it's Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Here's Newton. Olsen over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
On first down, it's Newton. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. Give him 30 yards there. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funchess from 8 yards out. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Ron Rivera didn't get the nickname Riverboat Ron for nothing. His guys are going to go for 2 here. Again, Newton. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On second down, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Able to find his, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll run again with Hunt. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big 30-yard play on third. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A toss play to Hunt. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Mahomes being chased out left. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. kicker now to kick this one away. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Newton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. They snap it to Newton. And avoids the contact by sliding. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
On 1st and 10, Newton. That's hauled in by Torrey Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise, because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best route.
And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gano the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before, because that worked.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Mahomes to throw on second down. Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but they'll still lead to a fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Captain Mutterland. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah,
Still
offside,
second down.
easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Panthers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Newton. A good decision in the end to pull and run, get some 9 yards and a first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.